friends, welcome back to my channel, Veldman Way. Ashley here. Today I am tackling my home office. I have been working remotely for the last 3 years, and unfortunately I lost my job a few months ago. Luckily I found a brand new job, but while I was laid off, this room kind of turned into a dumping ground for things. I have stuff from my old job, like old notebooks and things that obviously I do not need anymore. And in my new job, I do commute 3 days a week. However, I do get to work from home Mondays and Fridays. So I still use my home office, not as much as I did in my previous roles, but as you can see, it needs a good organizing. So here, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start getting everything off the desk, throw away anything that I don't need, and of course, just put things away. There's just tons of stuff, and of course, get rid of my son's stuffed animals that he's, for some reason, thought that my home office would be a good place to put those. Not only do I use my home office for work, but I also use this place to edit and record my voiceovers, which I'm sitting in this room right now doing. So I have some microphones and of course some equipment for that I keep in here. It is nice having kind of a quiet room away from everything going on in the house to be able to do some of my YouTube stuff. So I have a separate drawer for all of my cords and all of my stuff that I use for YouTube. As you can see, my drawers are a mess. I just kind of always throw stuff in there, and then Kane sometimes throws markers and colored pencils in here. So I just need to go through and get rid of some stuff that I don't need. I have notebooks too. That notebook was from my old job where I kept notes, but obviously don't need that anymore. So see you later, old work notebook. You're going in the garbage. But I just have so much stuff in crayons, and I have so much stuff in here. And again, another notebook from my old job that I just decided to throw away, start fresh with an all new notebook with all of my stuff for my new job. And organizing pads of paper. I'm trying to organize it so I know where exactly everything is. So I'm putting all of my pens and things in the first drawer because I use those a lot. Of course, my snacks, because I always have to have chocolate near me, even when I'm working. And then in here I have like staples and things like that. But just a bunch of random stuff. It's just amazing how much junk and clutter I collect while working. This shelf is something that my mom gave me. She had this in her home office, and she turned her home office into a spare bedroom for Kane for when he sleeps over there. So I inherited this, and we redid our office during the pandemic when I was going to be working from home a lot, and we had a good spot for this, but then we ended up closing a wall, which I'll show you guys later kind of where that wall is when I get to that area where we had an opening into our kitchen, but we closed it when we redid our kitchen. So now I don't know where to put this. I don't really have a good spot for it because of our new desk. I'm probably going to get rid of this, but we do use the printer once in a while, not that often. I would like to redo my front room that goes into this office and I just put the printer in there because it's wireless. But as you can see, look how, I mean, it's been a while since I've cleaned this thing off. I don't even know what that is on there, but I'm using my handy dandy wood cleaner and it came right off. I do love this stuff. It's the Wyman's cabinet, wooden cabinet cleaner. I use it for all of my wood. I use it for my desk, I use it for my cabinets, everything. You've seen me use it multiple times. If you've seen any of my other videos, it works so well and I love the smell of it. And but yeah, I don't know where to put this thing, so I think I'm gonna eventually get rid of it because I don't like it in front of the window because I think it takes away from my window and I don't know, it just doesn't belong in here and it's not the right color wood for my desk. So this will eventually go, but it is a little bit of a catch-all. I have a bunch of like art projects from Kane that I don't know, I don't want to necessarily throw them away, but I don't really know where to put them. So for now, they're just stacked up in here until I get myself together and find a better place to organize it and save it. What do you, comment below, what do you guys do with like your kids' pictures and things like that I feel so guilty throwing away, but I really don't know where to put it. I would love to hear from you guys some suggestions that you have for organizing school projects and pictures and things like that. As you can see, this desk is huge, but I do like this desk. I was a little worried when my husband ordered it because I didn't think it was going to fit in here very well, but he was right. I was wrong. It has kind of two areas. So this is my husband's area. Sometimes he works from home. He works in disaster restoration. So if there's like a big storm or something like that and he needs to log on to do work, he has his own little desk area. He also used to use it for video games. I would say more so video games than anything else, let's be honest. But, you know, he has his video game laptop that he plays on most of the time, or his Xbox or any other video game console he has in this house. He's a big gamer. So you see that big giant screen that he has? That is actually the screen I got from my old job. They sent that to me for working from home. And my husband loved it so much, he took it. I got laid off a few months ago, and luckily they didn't ask, they told me I could keep it. They didn't want me shipping it back, so probably just because it would be such a pain to ship back. So luckily my husband got to keep his nice big angled monitor that he doesn't really necessarily use, but he was very heartbroken that he might have to give that up. So luckily he didn't need to. But you know, like I said, I love the Wyman's wood cleaner. It leaves such a good shine on the wood. But I do really like this desk. It is, and here's my little area that I have. So you know, we don't necessarily anytime work in here together because usually if he is working, it's on the weekends in here, but it is nice to have kind of our separate areas, except I have so much stuff that, to be honest, some of my stuff kind of makes its way over to his side, but oh well. As some of you know, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I am a huge Friends fan. I have my Friends mouse pad, and then my friend got me these adorable Friends coasters, and I have these in my office just for my drink and just a little decoration. My friends and I, like whenever for Christmas and stuff like that, we always end up getting each other's kind of Friends-themed gifts. We started doing it by accident, and then now it's just kind of a tradition that for Christmas, there's 3 of us, we just give each other Friends themes gifts, and we're running out of different Friends things to get, but it's kind of a fun tradition that we have. So before I get my carpet shampooed, which it needs it badly, I am just getting it all vacuumed and ready to go. And then I got my little shampooer here, which I've said this in a few videos, but if you haven't seen any of my previous cleaning videos, I have a love-hate relationship with this shampooer. Sometimes it works great. I have no issues with it. Sometimes the cleaner just completely leaks everywhere and then I get it all over the floor. So it just depends on what day. I don't know why I can't find a really good shampooer that I don't have issues with. Of all the shampooers that I've had, I guess this one is the best, but it's still not perfect. So I have a feeling this thing isn't going to last much longer because of the way I use it all the time, because our house has a ton of carpeting, which I hate. I hate carpeting, but my husband loves it. But if you have any recommendations for a good shampooer, let me know. Like I said, I have animals, I have kids. I have one kid, but he is a messy kid. So I'm using the shampooer constantly. So I'm looking for one that's really durable, that doesn't leak, and that does a good job. Does that exist? If it does, comment below and let me know. Before I show you guys the finished product, I wanted to go back in time a little bit and show you what the home office looked like before we did any renovations. When we moved into this house, this was our formal dining room. As you can see, there was a doorway that led into our kitchen, which has since then been closed off when we redid our kitchen a few years ago. But we're not really formal dining room people. We have a pretty good size eat-in kitchen area. So we decided to turn our formal dining room into our home office. And we had a lot smaller desk in here, and I didn't really like this beige color. It was really blah and it was dark in here. And so when the pandemic hit and I would be working from home for the foreseeable future, we thought this would be the best time to really give this room a little bit of a makeover. I love the look of wainscoting. I feel like it's really royal and just very sophisticated looking. And so I really wanted that for the home office. We had some guys from my husband's work come in here and do that for us. They did an amazing job measuring out all of the boxes and making sure they're even. There's no way I could have done that because that's a pain. But they painted the bottom white and then the green color on the walls. Now, when we redid our kitchen and we ended up closing this room off, that doorway, they had to come back and take off all the trim and redo it. I felt so bad, but they did an amazing job, and I just love the way it looks in here. I will see if I can find the green color, like what color this is. I do know it's from Behr, but I do not remember exactly the color. I think I might have a gallon in the basement still. So if I can find it, I will include that in the description below. Hopefully I can, because I get a lot of people that ask me what color it is and I have no idea. So I will do my best to see if I can find it and include that information in the description, but no guarantees, unfortunately. But here is the finished product. It is all nice and clean and organized. It is so nice to have it clean. Unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily stay clean for long because I usually have stuff all over the place, but I'm gonna do my best to keep this clean and not let it get as out of control as it did, because it is a really nice room to work in during the day. Especially when it's a beautiful sunny day and the sun's coming in, which doesn't get a whole lot of sun in here, so sometimes it's a little bit dark, but I love the gold accents in here. I think it just looks so good with this green color. This is probably one of my favorite rooms in the house, probably other than my kitchen, because I do love my kitchen, but I think that from where it was to what it is now is a huge improvement. I love these little floating shelves that we have, and this picture with the gold leafing. It's probably a little hard to tell with the lighting in here, but it fits this room perfectly. The floating shelves and all of the things on this wall I got from At Home, of course, but who knows if they still have this stuff. It's been a few years, but I just love the way that this wall turned out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts. I hope that you guys all have a fantastic day. Oh, and if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post cleaning and decorating videos all the time, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But thanks so much, guys, for your support. I appreciate it. I hope that you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you at the next one.